Hey there, how's it going everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you guys various things, but also Z Vanish. So that's a new exciting mechanic change. Z Vanish, or Vanish, whatever we end up calling it, well, this is going to be what allows you to jump into the fight, stay on the enemy when they get knocked away, all these kind of things. You know, it's in basically every Dragon Ball fighting game, so, you know, kind of what you imagine there. Some caveats to it is we definitely do not want Z Vanish being spammable. We don't want it to be in such a way where you guys are punching each other and you guys are just vanishing behind each other constantly, because that'd just be very silly. Talked about Z Vanish. The enemy in this demo does in fact Z Vanish, so I want to mention that. All of the combat code has pretty much been put onto the server side to allow the enemies to do these things as well. So with that in mind, the enemy is Z vanishing like 10% of the time, and what ends up happening there is they so when you punch them, they have a 10% chance to Z vanish. This is just for the demo. None of this is like, basically 10% of the time they're gonna vanish and they'll just take no damage. It will just cancel the damage and they'll vanish behind you. And let's talk about some of the UI elements added. So I'm gonna top to bottom this. The 3 bars in the middle, the Breath of the Wild inspired, of course. A lot going on here. So I'm gonna outside in, the green bar is how long you're in combat. So once that goes away, it will refresh the combo string, which is the stuff below it, as well as the damage dealt, which doesn't matter. That's just a visual counter anyway. The orange bar is stamina currently. Stamina was changed a little bit for the sake of this demo, but this is by no means final, and stamina will likely be the one that will change on this interface, but we'll see about that, because we think stamina is going to have a significantly different role in this combat update. And then talking about the blue bar here, that is Z Vanish, very simply. So, you know, yeah, I don't really need to explain that one. When it's empty, you can't. When it's full, you can. So, you know, it'll slowly build up and be full again. Some other things to note in this video: the attack where they get sent across the arena, that is a heavy attack. That one specifically, I call it a heavy opener. You can tell because the white text, which I'm going to talk about now, I call that the combo string on screen. So this is like your combo. So when I open with a heavy, that is considered a heavy opener, which is an H noted with a arrow pointing right under it. Okay. There's some other variations that I'm not going to talk about today, but I'm going to mention them. Uppercut and down slam, you can imagine how those might work. L means light attack, H means heavy attack, and basically you're going to be able to string these together for various effects. Okay, pretty neat stuff there. We're working out the mechanics as we go here. We're adding things on. We're like, okay, Z Vanish. And then next we're going to get to uppercuts, down slams, and then we're going to talk about parrying and counter attacks, you know, all those kind of things. So it's going to get very interesting. Blocking as well, of course. That comes before parrying, naturally. So the one at the bottom is simple. That's just how many hits you've dealt before your green bar goes away, as well as the damage dealt in the same time frame. So yeah, there's some other nuances, like the particles are a little different. With the heavy attack, they're a lot bigger, and it's a red particle, the same one now. Still tweaking those, so they're not final, but I like what this is going a lot. The animations didn't change a whole lot this update. Eli has been a very busy boy of late, so I've just been focusing down on the mechanical stuff, working on some cool stuff that we'll be showing you guys soon. If you guys haven't seen the stat proposal video, give that bad boy a watch, because there's a lot of useful information in there. We're going to be coming out next with a stat proposal V2 as it is, which will be a more final version of stat proposal with a lot more closer to our vision, refining it from what we talked about last time, and giving you guys a more complete idea of where we're going with stats, okay? I think if there's anything else I really need to talk about, Z Vanish, very happy with that, ultimately. So that will spawn, you know, that spawns the little particle effects where you teleport it from and where you teleport it to. You'll end up, you know, a nice little visual. Oh yeah, I got one more thing for you. Check out these sound effects. I'm just gonna note there's a whiff sound effect, and then there's the normal hitting, and then there's some heavy sound effects down here. So just check this out.